this knee is a barrier to you. If this knee wasn't here, you would just step right over into the mount. When your partner is really pretty strong in this position, what they'll often do is they'll keep this knee solid here as a barrier. If I start to come up and over the top and commit my hands to the floor, it's less effective. What do we do when we're trying to pass the guard, kind of headquarters style passing, and our partner's knee is right in the center? So let's look at what we're talking about here. We're starting in a position where our leg is on the inside, okay? And then normally, if we're here, we have two choices. One side, you can knee cut, okay? You can drop your knee to the inside this way and move across, and this is a standard knee cut variation where you're just cutting your body through this way, okay? But sometimes it's difficult to knee cut in this direction, so you end up in a situation where you pin your partner's leg on the far side. So sometimes people call this like it's a version of headquarters. You'll hear people talk about this as like a leg staple or a shin staple here, okay? Your partner's leg, this knee is a barrier to you. If this knee wasn't here, you would just step right over into the mount, okay? And you can do that. But a lot of times this knee is in the way. So if the knee is on the outside here, then your chest doesn't have a real barrier, and a lot of times you can simply move forward into a chest-to-chest position, and then from here you can work your way over your partner's leg, stepping, and then into this 3/4 mount. Okay, when your partner's knee is smashed down like this, there is a barrier, but you can often do things like this, where you can get an underhook on this side, you can begin to tripod, push your partner's knee out of the way and mount, okay? So there are some variations there. But when your partner is really pretty strong in this position, what they'll often do is they'll keep this knee solid here as a barrier. So you know that you should be able to push it to the outside, it doesn't work. You try to push it to the inside, it doesn't work. You try to grab your partner's shoulders and pull them forward, that doesn't work either. This is a very big impediment, the same way that like the knee shield is a big impediment, okay? So how do we manage this? Well, if you can't go left and you can't go right and you can't go directly into it, you could back away, but that takes you out of this good passing position. You've already stapled the leg down. So one good answer here is to move into what we call a floating pass, all right? The idea of the floating pass, and Gordon did this very effectively a bunch of years ago. I can't remember exactly when. You remember when? Yeah, he really, I'll see if we can link to it down below, but he was super successful with this when he first started using it. The idea is that this shield is really good pushing me back, but if I start to come up and over the top and commit my hands to the floor, it's less effective. Andrew can still push me back with it, but because my hands and head are up by his head, it's a little bit more difficult. So when we do this, we take our shin and we place it here over our partner's leg, and we now have the shin-to-shin contact. We can't push our chest into our partner's chest, but as he goes to lift and push, we can use that leg to straighten it out and move past it in that way. Okay, so rather than just kind of powering past your partner's guard and just like pushing here, like driving shin in here and like, pushing, fighting here and trying to push past, we don't go around it, we go over it. So we go here, hands on the floor, shin to shin, and now as he goes to move, you've got a bunch of different options, okay? You can drop your hips, switch your legs, okay? This is not a comprehensive guard passing series on floating pass. That will be coming soon. But for now, this is your main objective. If you can open the knee, great. If you can smash the knee, great. And if you can't, you're going in floating pass. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Things down below for you to check out. That's it.